Michelle's secret speech bashed Trump and his voters, so Melania gave her a nasty surprise. By Rebecca DiCierio, Politics US News for MadWorldNews.com. Michelle Obama has been on the media circuit over the last 2 months, appearing at different venues and giving keynote speeches. However, one local reporter did take note of her talk to the sold-out Bushnell Center in Connecticut. Michelle insinuated that we are in troubled times, referring to the presidency of Donald Trump. She also made thinly veiled remarks about his supporters, and she wasn't going high. Well, Melania Trump had a response, and it is a nasty surprise. Michelle Obama is raking in $200,000 to $400,000 per speech, and she has strict guidelines, namely no media. We wonder why she wouldn't want the press hanging on her every word, and now we may know the reason. Thursday, she gave the keynote address at the Bushnell Center in Hartford, Connecticut. One local reporter must have taken notes because the liberal-leaning Huffington Post articles tells us it was all about Donald Trump's presidency. The Huffington Post reports, if you're like most humans, the current political climate has caused you some excess anxiety or tension. Recent research shows that the majority of Americans are stressed about the future of the nation, and even relationships with loved ones are feeling the strain. Michelle Obama is here to offer some guidance on how to deal with it all, and her advice is pretty on spot. So what is the current political climate supposed to mean? Well, to the Obamas and the Democratic Party, it's a living hell as they whine about Trump 24/7. The arrogance in Michelle Obama assuming the entire country is suffering since Trump was elected. 10 months after leaving the White House, Michelle Obama offered advice on how to live in the Trump era to a packed house at the Bushnell Center for the Performing Arts, reports the Hartford Courant, adding the former First Lady never mentioned President Donald Trump by name during her 75-minute talk Thursday night, but she laid out her strategy for coping in tumultuous times. Oh, don't you just love the passive-aggressive nature of these liberal losers? Michelle's coping mechanism that she took 75 minutes to explain are only needed if you view the country as out of control and on the wrong road since Trump was elected. Michelle didn't have to mention the president by name or any of us who support him. We know that in their eyes we are the deplorables and we stress them out. Michelle's tips include focus on what you can control, be a good person every day, yeah, like her, right? Vote, read, treat one another kindly, yeah, like they do on the left. Follow the law, don't tweet nasty stuff, reports the Hartford Courant. Really, Michelle gave it her best to make the women hate Trump at the Democratic Convention, where she focused on the bogus sexual harassment accusations against the president by women who were later discredited. She also focused on his private conversation with Billy Bush, known as the Access Hollywood tape. Michelle's a hypocrite, and this tweet proves it. Where is her condemnation of real sexual predator, Senator Al Franken? She's a leader of the Democratic Party, so where is her call for him to resign immediately? Yeah, this is time. I agree with Michelle Obama. Resign, Al, drain the swamp. Yeah, where is she?
This is not something that we can ignore. It's not something we can just sweep under the rug as just another disturbing footnote in a sad election season.
Notice it's like she's, like when she speaks, it's like she's like in a panic, like she's crying, like what is that? Like the oppressed, you know, she's trying to copy somebody.
Because this was not just a lewd conversation. This wasn't just locker room banter. This was a powerful individual speaking freely and openly about sexually predatory behavior. and actually bragging about kissing and groping women, using language so obscene that many of us were worried about our children hearing it when we turn on the TV.
Really, Michelle?
And I have to tell you that I listen to all of this, and I feel it so personally. And I'm sure that many of you do too, particularly the women. The shameful comments about our bodies, the disrespect of our ambitions and intellect, the belief that you can do anything you want to a woman, it is cruel. It's frightening.
You know what's frightening? You're frightening, Michelle. You are frightening. Now let's take a look at the woman who is currently in power as First Lady Melania Trump. She was straight up asked while in China about her first year in the White House, and CNN reporter said, oh, isn't that precious? Has there been anything frustrating or surprising?
Some time with Mrs. Abe and Madam Peng. What's your takeaway? Have you learned anything from them about, being your counterparts or being First Lady?
We had a great time. It was nice to see them again. They were in the United States before, and we have a great relationships with all three of them.
Did you talk about your platform with them at all?
We did exchange what they're working on and what I will work on and what my passion is.
Your husband, we hear a lot from him about how he thinks and feels, and it's been 1 year since the election, and perhaps not a role you saw yourself in necessarily. It might have been somewhat of a surprise. How are you feeling 1 year into this role as First Lady? How's it been for you? Is it
Well,
what you
it's my
expected?
honor to be a First Lady of the
There you
United
have it.
States. And it was a very busy year, and we love to live in Washington. We have...
You know, this is class, and the gutter speaks, okay? So how's that as a nasty surprise? Michelle is all talk about not tweeting nasty things, yet she is shutting out the media so the majority of Americans won't hear her Trump bashing. She could take a lesson from Melania Trump. Michelle divided the country while Melania answers are positive for the whole country. Whether you voted for her husband or not, Melania brings us all together, something Michelle was never interested in doing. They have no message, and that's why they have no message, and the Democrat Party will lose because they have nothing to give to the people. And she's always talking as if she's stressed. What kind of act is that? It's disturbing to listen to her speak. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.